Did you know that there are several villains hidden in our day-to-day lives that can cause serious damage to our health? And many people use these products without giving it a second thought. Yes, believe it, there's a lot that we use daily without having the slightest idea of its negative effects on our health. In this video, I will talk about 6 everyday products that are proven to be harmful to everyone's health, especially to women's health. From the kitchen to beauty products you use on your hair, on your nails, and that might even be inside you. And you might not realize that the pain you've been feeling, the fatigue, the hair loss, is related to this. I'm going to reveal a lot that you didn't know. If you want to protect yourself and your family, it's best to be well informed. Curious? Stay until the end. But first, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our health tips, and ring the bell to be notified about our next videos. And it's crucial to spread this knowledge to your friends and family, because when it comes to your health, it's worth sharing. So share it. And tell me, do you have and use any of these products regularly? Write it down in the comments. Let's see what these 6 everyday products are that can harm your health, especially if you're a woman. Product number 6: hair straighteners. In many countries, people use formaldehyde as a hair straightener. Formaldehyde is considered a carcinogenic substance, and its use is banned in several countries. Even if it doesn't lead to cancer, it can cause health issues like allergies, itching, burns, hair loss, headaches, shortness of breath, cough, stomach pain, fainting, and injuries in the mouth, nose, and eyes. Now, it's not just formaldehyde that can harm your health. Various hair straighteners, even those that claim to be safe, can be harmful. A study from the NIH looked at the hair care habits of over 33,000 women and found that those who used hair straighteners at least 4x a year were 5x more likely to develop uterine cancer, even without formaldehyde. Exactly, even without it. Products that contain parabens are known to mimic estrogen, the female hormone. So, paraben is an endocrine disruptor. It's not just uterine cancer. Parabens can also increase the risk of breast cancer. The 2022 American Endocrinology Conference found the effect to be stronger in Black women as they start using these products earlier and more frequently. Note that the NIH study found that those who got perms or dyed their hair did not have an increased cancer risk. Read your beauty product label. It doesn't have to be a hair relaxer or straightener. Check if it contains parabens. If it does, avoid it. A few days after the NIH study's release, a 32-year-old woman, Jenny Mitchell, filed a lawsuit against several companies, including L'Oreal, all manufacturers of chemical hair straighteners and relaxers, because she had uterine cancer and underwent a hysterectomy and early menopause, preventing her from having children. She received her first hair straightener around the age of 8, influenced by social norms promoting straight hair. Product number 5: dry shampoos. Many women use dry shampoos to remove excessive oil and get fragrant hair conveniently, refreshing their hair without water. Women with little time have embraced its use, thinking it's magical. This is because men generally have shorter hair, which is much easier to dry. However, if people use dry shampoos too often, it could leave residue on the scalp, clogging hair follicles, causing irritation and even hair loss. Now, it was discovered that several dry shampoos, including the best sellers in the United States, contain high levels of benzene, another carcinogenic substance. This led Unilever to withdraw its products in October 2022. A lab tested 34 dry shampoo brands and found that 70% contain benzene. Benzene is linked to cancer, especially leukemia, a fact known since 1977 when a study found that workers exposed to it were 9 times more likely to develop leukemia. The benzene levels found by the lab in some dry shampoos were significantly higher than any other personal care product they had tested before. Exposure to benzene can occur through inhalation, through the mucosa of the mouth and nose, and through the skin. So, water, real shampoo, and conditioner are the best allies for your hair. Product number 4: talcum powder. Do you buy talc? Do you use it regularly? This powder can absorb moisture, oils, odors, and act as an astringent on human skin. These properties made talcum powder a staple in baby powders. When I think of talc, I remember Johnson's powder, foot powders for odor, and various cosmetics like blush. But is talc harmful? Yes, because of a mineral typically found alongside talc, asbestos or amianto. In 2019, After the FDA found asbestos in Johnson's talcum products, Johnson & Johnson ceased manufacturing and selling baby talcum powder. They tried to claim bankruptcy for the subsidiary that made the talc, but the US government didn't allow it. The company continues to claim that talc is safe, but agreed to pay about $10 billion, yes, billion, to settle lawsuits in the United States. The presence of asbestos in talcum powder led thousands of people to develop cancer, including mesothelioma, ovarian cancer, and endometrial cancer. Remember, it's not just Johnson's talc that might contain asbestos, folks. Pay attention. Johnson is a reputable and massive brand that had its reputation tarnished. It's any talc. Do you think Johnson & Johnson, the company whose first product was talc, wanted this? Their company motto is safety first. If you have a baby, especially a girl, never use talcum powder. Asbestos is carcinogenic and it takes decades for the disease to emerge. Remember, safety first. Number 3. Silicone implants. Breast augmentation surgery remains one of Brazil's leading aesthetic procedures, with about 200,000 procedures per year. Usually, the implant is for cosmetic reasons. The woman wants more voluminous breasts, and there's nothing wrong with that. Other times, it's for breast reconstruction after breast cancer. Recently, the FDA warned that silicone implants were linked to various chronic complications ranging from autoimmune diseases, joint pain, mental confusion, chronic fatigue, muscle pain, and 2 types of cancer. We have the silicone illness, symptoms that might appear in women with silicone implants, such as hair loss, joint pain, chronic fatigue, and psychological changes. Those most at risk of developing silicone illness are patients who had breast cancer, underwent chemotherapy and/or radiotherapy, and had breast reconstruction. Others are women who smoke, have lupus, and diabetes. Asia syndrome is an autoimmune inflammatory change characterized by autoimmune diseases triggered by external factors, such as a pacemaker and, in this specific case, silicone implants. Many women started linking their silicone implants to various symptoms they felt, like hair loss and fatigue. In some cases, there was improvement after the implant removal, and there are 2 types of cancer related to silicone. 20 cases of squamous cell carcinoma, which typically affects the skin and the scar tissue around the breast implant, and the other is lymphoma, more specifically anaplastic large cell lymphoma. These cancers are rare, and not all breast implants lead to cancer. The FDA does not recommend that women remove their breast implants, but rather monitor them and consult their surgeon if they notice any abnormalities. Number 2. Nail dryers. Many women are using those gel nails to have stronger, shinier, and more natural-looking nails. Gel nails are made by applying a gel over the natural nail, and then this gel is dried by a nail dryer that emits UV radiation. They're popular because they last a long time and don't chip or peel easily. Although a study in JAMA Dermatology in 2014 showed that the UV exposure levels associated with these nail dryers are probably weak and probably wouldn't increase the risk of skin cancer. New research in Nature in January 2023 questions this. UV lamps are essential for gel nails because the light hardens the polish, making it last longer. Many machines claim to be LED, but they emit ultraviolet radiation. Researchers exposed human and mouse cells to radiation from a popular US nail dryer. They saw that some of the surviving cells suffered DNA damage, with a pattern similar to those observed in people with melanoma, an aggressive and potentially fatal cancer. To avoid this, the Skin Cancer Foundation recommends applying sunscreen to the hands 20 minutes before exposure to ultraviolet light, and getting nails done at most once every 15 days. If you need to do your nails regularly, the safest bet is either to use regular nail polish or let the nails dry naturally, avoiding nail dryers as much as possible. And number 1. Teflon. Many people, especially those connected to our channel, understand the importance of a healthy diet, but some people don't realize how vital their pots and household utensils are for their health. And here I'm going to talk about Teflon and its severe complications to your health. For those who don't know, Teflon is a material that coats non-stick pans, preventing food from sticking. Other names for Teflon are PTFE, punctured chemical compounds, FOA, PFAS, or eternal chemicals because they stay in the environment for centuries, ending up in our drinking water, our soil, and almost everything. 99.7% of the global population has this substance in their bloodstream. I have it, and so do you. In 1961, DuPont, the maker of Teflon, discovered that FOA could enlarge animals' livers and had carcinogenic potential. FOA use was gradually reduced until the company stopped using it in 2015. Its main use is in non-stick pans, but it's also in waterproof clothing and fast food packaging. PFAS, in general, can raise your cholesterol, reduce your vaccine response, alter your liver enzymes, weaken immunity, thyroid disease, increase the risk of preeclampsia in pregnant women, reduce intrauterine baby growth, and increase the risk of kidney and testicular cancer. And now, it has been found to increase the risk of liver cancer. Researchers from the USC School of Medicine accessed blood samples from over 200,000 people living in Los Angeles and Hawaii and studied the impact of PFAS on the human liver. Their findings were published in JEP Reports in October 2022. They discovered that people with the highest FOS exposure levels had a 450% higher risk of developing liver cancer. So, does that mean you have to throw away your Teflon pan? Not exactly. Next time, buy a safer pan, like stainless steel, cast iron, ceramic, clay, or glass. The greatest danger arises at high temperatures. Above 280 degrees, the pan can release toxic gases, especially when Teflon is scratched or loose. If the pan is peeling, dispose of it. Just a 2-inch scratch in a Teflon pan can release millions of microplastics, contaminating your food. So, I repeat, it's not just about the food you eat, but also where you're preparing it. Take a look at your pans. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. What will you watch next? I'll leave 2 recommendations here on the side. Do you use any of these products? Let me know in the comments below, and I will respond to the comments. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting and wellness content. Stay healthy, stay happy,